YouTube, your boy is back in the building right now, live and direct. I said that I was going to start making my videos, so your boy is back. And back based on the title, we see what we have here is Derrick Jaxn done with the chime of the lovely, the gracefully Shabazz, everybody. Josh Shabazz is also in the building, everybody. Hey, there she go, whatever. So, the question of the day is Derrick Jaxn done or whatever. We drinking some lovely wine here. Um, this is cupcake wine here, Maybe one day we can get a sponsor from them. Actually got somebody joining. Hey, whoever that one person is. Yeah, but is Derrick Jaxn done? That's the topic of the conversation right now. Is Derrick Jaxn done? I believe that anybody can come back for anything and adapt. But it's just ironic what he was exposed for, because he shunned people for that same thing that he was exposed for. So for him to come back, he's gonna have to really, really convince the people of the trust again, because I don't really know how convincing one man can be to thousands and thousands of fans. I don't know what his following was on Instagram. His following was it 1 million? I think he was up there in 1 million, man, and he was supposedly changing people's lives. And for them to see the hero kind of like, what I mean, like go through the scandal. Hero. I mean, what would you call him? What would you call him? I don't know.
Fraud, a human.
A fraud, a human. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely human, and we all can be. You said fraud or flawed?
Fraud and flawed.
Right.
Fraud because it doesn't matter whether or not he did what he did. It's the fact that he pretended to be something he's not, and anyone that does it is a fraud. And he's flawed because he is a human that makes mistakes, and we all should deserve grace for that, at least.
Yeah, I kind of talk loud. I don't know if they can really hear you.
Can you hear me, guys? Press 1 if you can hear me.
But can we see the comments or whatever if they want to leave the comments? That's my first time actually going live. Send feedback. You can send feedback.
I think to the actual
cancel. Oh, to them. Yeah, and so there's cancel. Yeah, so we just going. Okay, it's still live. So I think as a black man, sometimes we can be confused. We want to do what supposedly quote unquote is right. Is what we taught. Is what we see. From at least in Derrick Jaxn day and age, in that time. Oh, get you a married woman, and marry you one woman, settle down that woman, do it the right way and stuff like that. But yet he also battling, a different part of him as well. Like, man, like the image, I'm Derrick Jaxn, so the image will look good if I have a wife, but I also have what if you're having like some deep down feelings like, man, I want to sleep with multiple women, you know what I mean? Okay. Like, but it was already too far gone. He's already Derrick Jaxn when these feelings got so strong he was already Derrick Jaxn. The feelings got too strong.
He was Derrick Jaxn. He was Derrick Jaxn when he was born, and he'll be Derrick Jaxn when he dies.
Yeah, speak up a little.
Can you guys hear me? He says you guys can't hear me. But hopefully you can hear me. We'll check it out later.
Right.
Do some audio tests.
Yeah.
So Derrick Jaxn will live and die Derrick Jaxn, number 1. Whatever feelings or urges he might be dealing with, he should deal with them himself and not at other people's expense. And by other people, I mean his wife. What's her face? I don't know her name.
Janet. Danae. I'm talking about Janet.
You said Janet, like,
Yeah.
So, granted, let's just assume that all of this isn't some marketing flex.
Right, exactly. And then that too, real. That whole thing too, it could be a marketing flex. So we never know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's just assume that it's for real. He humiliated that woman.
I mean, if it's for real.
Assuming it's for real, he humiliated her.
yeah. I don't think they should have went to the internet and did anything. They should have handled that behind closed doors and just settled it there or whatever. But that's why I feel like it could be possibly a scam because they did take it to the internet for like something that was personal like
But
that. Could have
people
been.
love taking their business to the internet, number one. And two, he does have a platform and he is trying to save it. And we can go into the whole like him.
Speaking to the
We can go,
speaking to the.
we can go
Yeah,
into
you
we
got
can go
it.
into the whole like tangent of how he was acting with her, blah blah blah. But the fact of the matter is, throughout that whole video, and I was telling him this earlier this morning, he didn't once say "I'm sorry" publicly or "I love you" publicly, but he literally just talked in third person
He
and
never
said,
said he was sorry on the
"No,
video.
not
I
that
have
I
to
recall."
watch the
Let me
video.
know. Let me know if he
We're
said
gonna
it, but
watch
I'm
it
pretty sure he
exactly.
didn't say
Let
that.
us know down in the comments when you play the video. Did he say I'm sorry or whatever? But even if I think him going to the public was just like apology. Was like
To the public. I'm sorry, y'all. We're fraud. Take
and
me
to his
back.
wife, he
Not
held
his
his hand.
wife.
He held the hand and everything. You know what I
Me
mean?
and my wife.
He held the hand and everything. So I felt like that was his apology to her, right then and there, or whatever.
Okay,
You
but
know.
and then I can see that, but from my perspective, I think it's ingenuine. I think he's being phony. And you can tell how she is here versus how she is by herself. It's different in hair. Deny whatever her name is. I hope
Yeah, because you said he was on her page and you seen well, she got more personality, like
more personality, more energy. Like she's not silenced into like a bonnet and a sweatshirt. Like you know.
I mean, relationship is a crazy thing. You know what I mean to be in, especially in 2021. We can't sit up here and say, we got all the answers because
No.
we not.
We do not.
We do not. We definitely do not. You know what I mean? We have our issues and problems ourselves, man. And then, they like us though. They had a baby involved. Supposedly that she
How old
had.
was they? Had one child.
Mm-hmm.
How old was the child?
I don't know. But supposedly the child was before the marriage, and he was persuaded. He
Listen,
was
for
tired of
those
having a
watching,
child.
and this goes outside of Derrick Jaxn and anyone watching, there's no child that will save a relationship. Either y'all gonna make it work or y'all not gonna make it work.
They're godly people. So
and that's what I wanted to say earlier when you had mentioned that. The reason he feels so strongly about the way he does is because they've had this big thing about God and Christianity and their faith and all that. Mm-hmm. And that's fine, believe what you want. But don't let that rule over your common sense and logic. Like, no, the devil did not tempt him. That pussy took. I'm sorry.
Come on, this is the tube. Got to edit that out there. This is the tube.
You're gonna blank that out.
This is the tube, bro. You know what I mean?
It compelled his own desires and his own choices and his own free will tempted him and compelled him to do whatever he wanted to do. That's no shade, no shame. Do what you want, but be honest about it. Don't try to and take the high road. If you know it's hurting someone else, like your wife and your child and your household and your family, take the high road. If that means giving those things up, meaning your family for the sake of that, go ahead. But understand what you're sacrificing in the process.
And some men, you know what I mean, just rather choose the happiness over, you know what I mean, traditionalism. It's just a difficult time, because women want traditionalism, but yet want to be, twerk queens and
that's
stuff.
That's another video, because
I that's have a whole different
bunch of opinions on that.
And then we want traditionalism, but also want to, have mostly women and do, so
it's like a great video topic. We're gonna get on that.
We gotta get on that in the next video. We're not gonna make this video too long. I didn't want to do over 10 minutes. I said 5, but it's
oh my
10
God.
minutes.
So we're gonna stop it. Easy as YouTube thing. This more often.
That's what I'm saying. Just express your feelings and
just talk. We
actually get a camera.
Whoever's watching, who's this one person watching?
I don't know.
I
don't know who this is, a family member or someone. Like, look at these two here.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll let you. I don't know about the YouTube thing. I thought, you can see, who the heck viewing you and all this in the chat
I don't know
box,
if
and
they
it looks totally
commented.
different.
Yes.
It looks totally different on the other side, man, of YouTube, man. But yeah, we didn't want to make this long or whatever, quick 10-minute video. I just said I gotta crank these more often,
Yeah.
like stay up on topics like this or whatever. I know this kind of old. I know everybody didn't tear Derrick Jaxn down. At the end of the day, like she said, he's a flawed human being. We all human. You know what I mean? We all, if not perfect, we try to get this shit right, trying to understand all this, especially as melanated people. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like so much stuff that
Can I say one quick thing?
distraction. Yeah. She go ahead before
And
we
you
leave
said
off.
something like it's really hard out here as far as how we maneuver as melanated people. Understand that we focus too much on fighting each other when we realize like there's a whole system controlling us that wants us to fight each other. So really just look at that with the lens and how you interact with the opposite sex, because that does help you really see things a lot clearly and doesn't allow much confusion with how you interact with people in your life.
Right. What she said. That was deep. But yeah, we're gonna get better with this, man. It's just consistency and get a whole camera and edit it better. And some people have Derrick Jaxn's face as a thumbnail and everything.
Yeah, with
I
some
get
lights
to
and some shock face.
to it's Derrick Jaxn done on the side, you know what I mean? And have these faces. We're gonna do all that, man. Trust me. We just gotta get in the role of things in this YouTube thing, man, and really figure this thing out, man, and make it an extra source of income. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
The stay started. So on that note,
Teach one.
on that note, we out. Peace, love,
And
happiness.
soul.
She said soul, I said happiness. So bye.
Bye.
Well, first, it's still on there. Your screen will start immediately and you will no longer be live. Okay, and bam. I'll do that video